Welcome back to lesson 12 of A Course in Miracles. Thank you so much for following along. My name is Sarai and I am a self-love and dating and relationship coach, and I have coined myself as a modern day hitch, mainly because I help singles just like you find their most compatible partner. But I truly believe that the healthiest relationship that you will ever have is the one within yourself or with yourself, because the love that you give to yourself is the love that you will always give back. So that is why my motto is choose you, love you, pick you, and not in the egotistical way that everybody thinks when they hear those things. But today's lesson, lesson 12, is I am upset because I see a meaningless world. All of these meaningless methods, mentalities. The last couple of lessons have been about seeing and perceiving a meaningless world. In this exercise, you are to look around in your office, your home, wherever you might be at, and pace yourself of going from one thing to another. So you're going to look at if you're in your office, you're going to look at your monitor, you're going to look at your desk, and go from one item to another, to another, to another. And this is going to allow you to pay attention and teach yourself that you are the one giving your own definition to all of these things. So as you are looking around, pay very close attention to the thoughts that are coming up to your head. I think I see, for example, in the book, I think I see a fearful world, a dangerous world, a hostile world, a sad world, a wicked world, a crazy world, and see what your thoughts are in regards to what you are seeing. You might not have these dim, dark thoughts. You might say, I see a happy world. I see a world of peace. I see a world of joy, of love. And that's great. There's no wrong or right answer in regards to that. I just want you to pay really close attention to where your mind really is going. So how does all of this tie to the context or the idea of love and relationships? Well, if you think about it, when you're single, or even if you are in a relationship, we often get upset because we're always searching for meaning in somebody else. We're searching for ourselves in somebody else. And what this lesson is really trying to tell you is that we're looking for, or we're craving for connection, love, and purpose in other people when we should be looking within ourselves, right? Like how many times have you heard that one? You should look within yourself to find yourself, to love yourself. I say it all the time. But here's why I actually say it all the time, because once you realize that you yourself are the one that has the power to create so much meaning in your life, then you have the control to really say, I'm no longer going to allow this person to make me feel this way. Or I'm no longer going to allow a certain situation or put myself in certain situations where I don't feel great. And I want to feel the peace. I want to feel the love. I want to feel the joy. And you start choosing those experiences very consciously, and then you start giving those experiences to your subconscious as, this is what it feels like to feel joy, this is what it feels like to feel love, this is what it feels like to feel connection with somebody without feeling like you are giving part of you away. I have an exercise in my program where all of my clients, it's a daily assignment where they are grateful for at least 3 things, and they all come back upset because they see a meaningless world. Why? Because they're all looking for like the big grandiose like proclamation of love, of somebody coming in and saying I love you, and I don't know what rom-com might be going through their minds, and I tell them, like, you kind of miss the point of the exercise, which is to be grateful for all the little things in your life. I mean, what would happen if you walked into a room and nobody acknowledged you, nobody said anything to you, nobody said hello at least, or welcome, or good morning? What would that do to you? So that's the point of the exercise and how it's tied to this lesson, because you become upset over things that you don't see in reality, but you are not taking the time to see. And why I make them do this exercise, I don't make them, but why I choose to do this exercise with them is mainly so that they can start experiencing like, oh, well, this is what it actually feels like when such and such person did this for me, and these were the feelings that I felt, like physical, like feelings, not like, oh, I felt warm inside him, but no, like, what was it? Like, did your heart like start to beat really fast? Like, did your stomach feel like you were about to like go throw up, or what was it? Like, what was the physical like way that your body reacted? Why is this important? Because this helps you later on when you are in a date or in your relationships, as far as like, hey, this is not making me feel right. I'm like, why is it not making you feel right? Remember the time when we felt this way? It's because of this. Or when you think that you're falling in love, and it's like, what does falling in love really mean to you? It's like, oh, it's like the butterflies in your stomach and this and that and blah blah blah, and I start to sweat more, and I start to like, my blood pressure even gets high. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that your blood pressure doesn't get high, but these are all the things that happen to our body physically, and you start to really understand yourself in a different way, that it makes sense for you to pay attention to the smaller little things that happen in everyday life, so that you're not upset because it's meaningless. It starts to give meaning to things. So I hope that this lesson was it made sense. I don't know, it makes sense to me. But if you want to see how this applies to your personal life and how you can apply this lesson to your personal life, then I highly suggest that you give me a call. We can set up a session together. We can talk about it. And if you haven't saved this video, go ahead and save it now. And I will see you all in lesson 13.